Hi, Jen here with 303 Smiles. I'm here to give you some tips and tricks to prepare you for braces and how to take care of them so you have an amazing experience and treatment is successful for you. We're first going to talk about flossing. In your goodie bag that you've received, there's a super floss in there, and this is a flossing threader that you're going to utilize. Now, this is going to be a little bit of an adjustment, so make sure you're giving yourself time to learn how to floss. What you're going to do is you're going to take the floss threader and you're going to go up over the wire and under, and then up and around the gum line. Make sure you're really getting good and up and around the gum line. Now, I'll give you the number one tip. This is not something that you want to try to do 2 minutes before you're supposed to be in the car. Give yourself some time. Maybe do a water pick in the morning and floss at night. We're going to talk about the proxy brush. The proxy brush is a great tool to keep in your book bag, your purse, in your car. What it does is it gives you the opportunity to get around the brackets really nice and get that food out around the brackets. You take the brush and go around every surface of the bracket. This is super important if you have anything sugary, so then that way the sugar's not sitting around the bracket. The next we're going to talk about is brushing. You're going to do a 3-step brushing. It is called a car wash. You're first going to brush, that gets the food loose. Then you're going to swish and then get it all out. Next, you're going to brush again, and then that's really brushing the teeth and cleaning everything. You want to make sure that you're getting every surface of the tooth. So you go across the brackets, that loosens things, and the real big key is to make sure you're angling the brush and getting underneath the bracket as well as at the top of the bracket. So there you'll see you're going under the bracket, and then you go above the bracket and get into the gum line. And if you just go across the brackets, they're bulky and you'll miss the top part of the tooth. And if you're not brushing very well, you're gonna know it. We're gonna talk about decalcification. Now, if you're not brushing well around those the top of the gum line, it starts to grow down. It gets puffy, red, and the gums get angry. What happens is we go to take braces off, and then we remove the glue, and all of a sudden you're going to start to see white scars. Now, those white scars are typically not removable. The last thing you want to do is invest into your smile. Your parents invest into your smile. You didn't take care of your teeth, and then you've got white scars everywhere. We're going to talk about foods to avoid. Anything hard, sticky, and chewy you want to stay away from. Harder breads, make sure you're just eating the softer part of the bread. That's the good part anyways. Staying away from any chips, any popcorn. They end up breaking brackets at times because of the hardness. Anything that's loose is considered broken. Hard candies, gum, caramels. Stay away from pen caps, pencils, pizza crust. Make sure you're cutting things into smaller pieces, okay? Stay away from chewing on ice. That's not good for your teeth, and it's not good for a bracket. Yes, you still have to eat your fruits and vegetables, just cutting them up into smaller pieces, taking the corn off the cob. You're gonna learn what's gonna be successful for you, but my tip and trick is to really take your time while you're eating, cut things into smaller pieces, and slow down, okay? Slow down, that's the key. When we talk about bite pillows, you'll see that you've got blue dots on the back of your teeth. These are called bite turbos. What they're used is to prop open the bite so that we can get your bite into a better position and that you're not hitting your brackets to your lower brackets, okay? Sometimes these are an adjustment to get used to, so when you're chewing, slow down. You may not be able to connect in certain areas that you were connecting before when you were eating, so just take your time, okay? You may knock one of these off in the middle of the night because you're clenching and grinding. It's okay, it's not a big deal. We'll get it repaired at the next appointment, or if you're in discomfort, we'll have you come in and we'll get it fixed for you at that time. Broken brackets happen. They're not an emergency, they're not a big deal, but if you're eating anything hard, sticky, and chewy, this will be a reason why a bracket will break. Anything that's loose and off of the bracket or off the tooth is considered broken. So no big deal, but just give us a call and let us know that you've broken it and we'll repair it at the next appointment. Everyone may have rubber bands and everyone's rubber band pattern could be different. So rubber bands are the best way to get your bite corrected, and really it's the only part of treatment that we can't do for you. We can show you the rubber band pattern, we can give you the rubber bands, we'll set you up for success. But if the patient doesn't wear them and participate in wearing the rubber bands, there's a limitation to the bite correction. You'll hook from the upper teeth to the lower teeth, and that'll pull the bite into the proper positioning. Make sure you're wearing them as close to 24/7 or as instructed. If you want to be in braces forever, don't wear your rubber bands. It can almost double your treatment time. We're going to talk about wax. Now, when we talk about wax, you may have some sores that happen in your lips because your lips are getting used to being around the brackets. They may rub up and down and callus. So if you have a spot on your lip, what you want to do is you take the wax, roll it into a worm, and you're going to place it on the tooth that is bothering you, the one next to it, and then the bracket next to it as well. What that does is that gives you a bumper to help bump the lip out away from the brackets. If you have a broken bracket, you do the same thing. You're gonna put wax on the broken bracket, wax on the second tooth next to it, and wax on the tooth next to that. Make sure you dry it off as good as possible. Do not use a washcloth. You may get that stuck in your bracket. Use a paper towel.